my name is Kay. I'm a poet and a writer, and on this channel I do reactions to K-pop videos, specifically lyric reactions and breakdowns. Today's video is one that was highly requested. There are a lot of IU songs that were highly requested, but Dear Name was definitely very high on the list. This version is the live acoustic version that she did, and there are subtitles, so hopefully they'll be really good ones. This is another one. For some reason, I think this is probably a testament to how amazing IU is and how long she's been around and the influence she's had on the industry. But I feel like every IU song, the first version I've heard of it, has been somebody else doing a cover of it. Like My Sea, I had heard Sungmin sing it first. Love Poem, I had heard on Kingdom first. Dear Name, I heard Shiny sing the first time. I have listened to IU's version, but I haven't read the lyrics at all. So this is gonna be the first time looking at the lyrics together. So let's go ahead, let's jump on in. Dear Name by IU. Here we go. Oh my gosh, okay. It's so beautiful. So even in my dream, I miss that voice. So somebody is no longer in their life. Was this one connected to Love Poem? Was this gonna make me cry? It might make me cry. Have we got tissues nearby? But no matter how many times I call out the name, it doesn't answer. It's interesting that personifying the name being the full representation of the person, at least in the translation of the lyrics. And possibly like, that was the intention, that the name has more weight given the title and everything. We'll see where it goes with that. Weeping, echoes are all I hear. And of course, echoes happen in empty places, in big open places where there's not something to absorb the sound. So there's just a lot of emptiness. I listen to that sound all by myself. Before we go too far, because all the lyrics are so beautiful. Even if it's so cold, my hands would break. Like more than ice cold, like so cold you would actually, for my hands would break, they'd be like ice. I won't let go this time. This is very Titanic. I won't let go. The end of Titanic when she has to like push Jack off of the floating door. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like that it's so cold. His hands would literally have broken because he'd been frozen through so thoroughly. Just that I won't let go this time made me think of that. I have no idea if there's any kind of connection or intention, but that immediately sprang to mind as the end of Titanic. Those two hands of that day, which have gone too far, and too far probably being death and someone that you can't get back. Through the dark night, which was endless, your wish quietly disappeared, and I know what that is. I know what that wish is. Like I know what it is you wanted. Like saying I'll never let go again through the dark night, being with somebody. And that could also be a past self, like back to your old dreams, your old hopes. But like I won't let go of that feeling, but it does seem more like talking about death. This is connected to Love Poem a little bit, isn't it? I will wait long. I'll be sure to find you, even if it's too far. Let's go where this dawn ends. Just want to not just be with someone, but to kind of to save them, to be their protection. Like, I will be there for you no matter what. I'll do anything. I'll wait so long, you know, break my hands. Like, I'll do anything to be with you. And let's go to where, like, the dawn ends. So then the day begins when the dawn ends. So let's go past this darkness, past everything. Let's go to where the light shines again. Oh, okay, so now there's an actual person. So again and again, that child stands before me. And he may have his head down, but he doesn't cry. So there's a child standing in a dream or memory. And when I reach out in sorrow, and so this child is no longer there. This child isn't around anymore. Whether it is, again, someone that you've lost to death or to someone you just I've never been able to be back in contact with, or if it's just a past self, like that child who I used to be. I reach out sadly and he runs away. Empty air. I hug alone. So rather than being able to hug the child runs away, disappears. Just hugging the air, hugging yourself really is the image I get from that. Just wrapping your own arms around yourself. Oh, okay, wait, we gotta stop. I let it go all the way through the chorus, but there was that little part at the beginning of, right before the chorus, the bridge. So again, even if it hurts so much, I won't forget this time. Those words that those words that I waited for so long by myself, and then gets back into the chorus, but those words I waited for, that could be something like I love you, that could be someone saying your name, some kind of comfort that you're waiting for through the night, hugging yourself alone because the child has run away. Oh, okay, wait, we've got to go back though. Oh my goodness. So on so many days that was cold and harsh, your name was quietly forgotten. So then the name is replacing the dream from the previous verses. Name being like a sense of identity, a sense of self, but also the memory of someone. Remembering someone's name makes their life and their actions like real. Hard to forget. And she says, I know what it is. And this is something, I mean, I think here in the States especially, they're like, when people talk about someone for whatever horrible incident or great thing that they've accomplished, their name gets left out of the bigger discussion. People would say their name, because it is important. It is important to remember the people who created the milestones, and also just to honor the memory of people who, whether we've turned them into martyrs or they're just simply not with us anymore, whether they've had an ultimate sacrifice or simply just like aren't a very public figure. Like, it is important to remember the name. It makes a huge difference when someone can say, this has changed because of this person, or this is what this person accomplished, and there's a name to go with that, and people will remember them. Just saying, I know what the name, what your name is, and I won't stop. I will shout it many times until you don't believe it, which is a little bit awkward, but until you don't believe like the sad part, the darkness, maybe or until you do believe in what I believe in you, kind of thing. It's got to be something along those lines, like until you don't believe, even if it's too far. Let's go where this dawn ends. I'm sure because it's IU that this is about something very specific in her life. This is something that's probably very, very close to her heart, that means a lot to her. And I don't know specific background on what this particular song is about. Please tell me. Sometimes I read your comments and I cry to myself a little bit if it's like pretty intense. Like finding out what 8 was about was quite a shock. That was probably one of the biggest shocks. I had no idea going into that song. And this song also, like, I don't know what it's about, but it feels like it must be something very like close to her heart, and it was very emotional. That song is beautiful. This is another example though of if you want to make a perfect song sung with a gorgeous voice, even better, and you bring in a multi-part harmony, because Shiny's version is quite sharp. I mean, and Onu's voice, he's hitting the notes so beautifully. I think even IU said that he's her favorite singer, and he just absolutely, I'll link that one down below as well as this one, because I mean, who can match IU? Only if you add in the multi-part harmony, because then it's absolutely stunning as well. So watch that one too if you didn't see that on, it was on her channel, on her palette interview with them. Yeah, that was the first version of this I ever heard, but oh, I love her voice. I love her music. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It was just really beautiful and lovely, and I'm glad we went over the lyrics together. Definitely let me know, and let me know any like translation errors that this might have had. It again is really hard when you're doing translation, because there's always going to be discrepancies just in like what the person who is doing the translation work is bringing to the table with them as well. However, as the foreign audience, if it's an official clip that's put out or something, it is the subtitles that the company has chosen or the artist has chosen, then that's what we have to work with. And so sometimes it will be a little bit awkward. There's still a lot you can interpret, keeping in mind that there will be slight errors, and there'll be slight like tense errors that were going on in here where like it says was but probably should have been were, just for sentence flow. But that kind of stuff doesn't bother me at all. That doesn't have anything to do with the meaning, and that's what we're really looking for, because the meaning and the lyrics that they're singing has nothing to do with translator or probably the editor's ability to keep the right tense. Like, that's not their job. Anyway, that's all for me today. I post videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Please leave a like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Definitely, I'd love to know more about this song, and continue to leave more IU suggestions. Her lyrics are just incredible. So obviously we'll be doing more. I think Winter Sleep was also highly recommended. I'm blanking on another one that like a lot of people recommended that I haven't done yet, but I know Winter Sleep I think is one I saw a lot. So that one's already on my list, but definitely recommend some more. And yes, I will talk to you again very soon. Bye!